So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Reverse Speech Accelerators Edition workshop by Seeds of Bravery. I'm Olena and I work at Luxinnovation, Luxembourg National Innovation Agency. I'm here today with my dear and wonderful colleagues Ina and Mathilde, who will help me to facilitate this workshop. Before getting started, I would like to remind you that this workshop is recorded. Let's have a look on the agenda. So we will start with a short introduction. Then 8 international accelerators will present their programs in 5 minutes each. Then we will close this workshop with a brief presentation of the mapping of the European innovation stakeholders and general live Q&A, if we still have time before we end. So I want to tell you that this workshop is organized as part of Seeds of Bravery project. So Seeds of Bravery is a 20 million euro project funded by the European Union under the European Innovation Council to support Ukrainian tech startups, bringing them closer to the EU. Our mission is to foster diversity, promote the deep tech industry, stimulate hundreds of Ukrainian-based innovations, benefiting end users in Europe, Ukraine, and beyond, connecting corporates, governments to the benefits of SMEs and individual startups. Seeds of Bravery project is powered by a network of 17 partners and 2 associated partners, integrating Ukrainian tech innovators into the European markets. In this project, Luxinnovation is a work package leader in charge of the pan-European integration EU-UA Getaway. So, format of this workshop. For accelerators, so each accelerator will have 5 minutes each. There will be no timer, but you will see a clapping reaction at the 4th minute. We kindly ask the presenters to leave your email in the chat if you agree so, and be active by answering your written question in the chat. Then instructions to everyone, please keep your mic muted, and I will already check this. Please keep your mic muted and write your questions in written in the chat. So we are very excited to have such a strong lineup of accelerators today. We are looking forward to a very engaging and informative session. And now I would like to give the floor to Cassini Business Accelerator, who will start the presentation today.
Thank you very much, Oriana. Can you please confirm that you see my screen and see the slides changing as well?
Yes, perfectly. We can see your screen.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Virgin from Plug and Play, and I'm here to give you a short introduction on the Cassini Business Accelerator. So happy to kick off this reverse speech session. So the Cassini Business Accelerator is actually an initiative of the European Commission, more specifically DG DEFIS and EUSPA, and it's mainly focus on the space startups and scale-ups, of course. It's an European-wide accelerator dedicated to space. It's a 6-month program, and for each batch, for each program, most of the time, 20 of the top space startups in Europe are being selected. So what we are looking for, as I mentioned, of course, European space startups and scale-ups, they have to be very ambitious. They need to put some effort, of course, in following and completing the program successfully. And very important to mention is that they must have some sort of proven commercial traction already, or at least sales in their pipelines. And with a focus of course, of increasing their sales and boosting their development, as well as entry into new markets. And we cover both upstream and downstream segments of space. What is interesting for the startups in this accelerator is, of course, having these mentoring and training sessions on specific topics and needs, and of course access to funding that will be granted by the European Commission upon successful completion of the program, which is a 75k equity-free voucher. So as I mentioned, it's an initiative of the European Commission and EUSPA and implemented by Verhart, Plug and Play, where I'm from, Civita and Sting, and we're sort of represented across the whole Europe. I'm not going to go into detail on every specific element of the program, but you can expect that the program, since it is divided into 6 months, each month is focused on specific topics such as value proposition or investment readiness, for example. It consists of one-on-one mentoring, as I already mentioned, e-learning modules, as well as intro webinars. It also has events that startups are expected to attend in person, such as Batch Meetup, which is organized in the beginning of the program, Investor Matchmaking Demo Day, as well as international business trip that must be conducted by each startup. Of course, we measure the success of the program, which also then affects the accessibility of the voucher for each startup. And therefore, we also have KPIs. We have our internal tools and platforms to measure the success of each startup. But most importantly, of course, I would like to focus on who can participate. So apart from being a European startup, it is important to understand that your company must be a legal entity that is registered in the European Union member states, but also Iceland and Norway. Second of all, your company has to meet the EU definition of small and medium-sized enterprise. The link for that definition we also provide in the slides. And next to being registered in the European Union member states, your company must be also owned and controlled in the European Union. Means that more than 50% of the capital and more than 50% of the voting rights should be detained by a founder or owner that has a European Union nationality or the nationality of Iceland and Norway. So if you think that this is applicable to your company, or for example, the companies that you know, you are very much welcome, of course, to apply for our next batch that will be starting in November this year until April next year. And the open call for that will begin in just a couple of weeks. So feel free to browse through our website, and the link for the application form will be made available on August 19th. So thank you very much, and I'm happy to answer any questions in the chat.
Thanks so much, Martin, for the insightful presentation. As for the Q&A, dear participant, we kindly ask your questions in written in the chat. Now I would like to give the floor to YEP Accelerator. Elina, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you please share your screen? Yes.
Yes, just a second. Can you see it?
Yeah, perfectly. Can you please try to change the slides? Go to the next slide. Perfect. Yes. Okay. So please go ahead.
Thank you. So hi, I'm Alina from YEP Accelerator. This is an acceleration program for early stage startups. Basically, we are looking for startups at the MVP or ready product stage with founders who has strong expertise in the domain they are working in. Mostly, we are looking for B2B software solutions. Sometimes we also accept hardware solutions. We are sector agnostic. For example, in the previous batch, we had startups from agro to fashion tech, but the main criteria is that the business model is scalable to foreign markets. What we offer, the demo day winner gets a 25k non-equity investments from our partner fund, EU Ventures. We also offer up to 50k perks for our partner services. In the program, we develop an individual plan for each startup where we dive into your problems and needs and adjust program according to them. And also we organize office hours. These are the meetings with investors from various countries. Our program lasts 3 months. and is divided into two phases. In the first phase, we focus on product validation. We help you find your product market fit, build your go-to-market strategy, and work on your sales. In the second phase, we focus on traction and financial model, help you prepare for pitching and build your fundraising strategy. Then we have a separate week of office hours, which I mentioned before, and we finish our program with a demo day. So we already had 5 batches and accelerated 44 startups, which in general raised more than 3 million of investments. And in our network, we have more than 100 mentors and more than 100 investors. Here you can see just a few of mentors, just to give you an overview of the expertise level that they have. So we work with mentors from such companies as HubSpot, with founders of successful companies, startups, Y Combinator alumni, with representatives of different funds and accelerators. Our program gives a great boost for startups. For example, the winner of our previous batch has just been accepted to Techstars Japan program and received 120K of investment. Another alumni just got 200K of investment. Part of them were publicly announced in the media. Our winner of the third batch, Wildcodes, also got a grant from Google for Startups Ukraine Support Fund. Apart from the program itself, we also give our startups an opportunity to be present at the international conferences, where they can pitch on stages, build their network, and also work on Ukrainian stand as part of the official delegation. Our program is supported by the Ukraine Moldova American Enterprise Fund. This is our main partner. And also we have another partners, which are Ukrainian Startup Fund, Cisco, and Lift 99, where we are actually located physically in Kyiv, Ukraine. So we just closed our batch and had a demo day on the previous week, and applications for the next batch will be open on September 1st. Here you can see a QR code where you can go to our website and join our wait list. And once the applications will be open, you will receive a message from us. And also you can see here my email. You can find me on LinkedIn, ask any questions. I will be happy to answer them, and we'll be happy to see you among our startups in the next batch. Thank you for attention.
Thanks a lot, Elena, for your presentation. Thank you so much. It was very insightful. So, dear participant, as a reminder, please ask your questions in the chat, and we will have a live Q&A session in the end of this meeting. Now, I would like to give the floor to Bianca from Parallel 18.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Bianca Corujo, Ventures Manager at Parallel 18. I'm going to be speaking about our program and how we can help you guys. So first things off, what is Parallel 18? Parallel 18 started off as an international acceleration program about 10 years ago, and now we're forced to call ourselves an innovation hub located in Puerto Rico because we have over 5 programs from incubation to acceleration and programs in mature companies. It's important to mention that we're part of the Puerto Rico Science, Technology, and Research Trust, which is a nonprofit organization here in the island. So here's a little bit about the programs that we have. I'm going to be talking about the programs that you guys can leverage as in they're for international programs. First off, we have BioLeap. It's a life science incubation program. The idea is that if you're incorporated in the US, you can participate in this incubation. So it's for early stage, and besides that, the program has technical assistance and is for people who are specifically going from idea in science to commercialization. Secondly, we have our most popular program, which is P18, which is the International Acceleration Program. This program offers $40,000 of equity-free funding, access to investment opportunities, and has a length of 5 months. And lastly, we have Expand, which is a program designed for mature companies that have either passed through an acceleration program or are making more than $250,000 in revenue yearly. And the idea is that it's technical assistance based on the needs of the company. So why Puerto Rico? In Puerto Rico, we leverage our US legal framework. We have a growing talent pool And we have such close ties with either the US and also Latin America that it's a great launch pad for either or. And then the common denominator throughout the program are the training and mentorship, either local mentors or international mentors. We have a KPI methodology to track growth, as in every startup is a set specialist. We have equity free funding in some of our programs, connection with potential customers and top companies, and access to investment opportunities. That leads me to specifically the things that you can leverage from the Puerto Rico Science, Technology, Research Trust, like help in intellectual property, research and development funding, and finding research partners among specialized programs, but also a P18 Connect, which is a program designed for business development. And then these are some of our corporate partners here in the island. And then where I'm at, which is P18 Ventures, is designed to help startups prepare for fundraising. We have a vast investment network. We give office hours one-on-one, but we also invest in our startups through direct investments. So we have a matching fund that if you raise capital throughout your program, you can apply to that. And also we have the VCAP, which is a $30 million fund for startups in Puerto Rico wanting to expand. I know this is a lot of information, so I'm going to leave the Pearl 18 website and my email so you can contact me. The open allocations change throughout the year. Each program has its own time, but we can definitely talk about that if any of the programs seem of interest to you. So thanks.
Thank you so much, Bianca, for this insightful presentation. Very great. Now let's move on to the next presenter, to the fourth accelerator to be presented today. It's 1991 accelerator. So Oksana, are you with us?
Hi everyone, yes, I'm here. Sorry, I need a few seconds to start.
No problems, please. In the meantime, dear participants, please don't hesitate to ask your questions in the chat. We will come back to those in the end of the meeting. So Oksana, the floor is yours.
Thanks. So hi everyone. Today I'm presenting 1991 Accelerator and 1991 VC as a fund because 1991 VC is our UK-based venture arm, which helps also to make all operations happening in Ukraine. So 1991 Accelerator is Ukraine-based, one of the oldest accelerators. So, and with a very great track record of numbers because we have already raised 45 and 8 billions by our alumni. We have do more than 40 programs with our startups. We have more than 270 startups supported by our programs. And now we have 80 alumni with very good traction and which ones are actively scaling. And as a ventures, we already invest in 6 startups. So about our flagship initiatives is Google for Startups Ukraine Support Fund. We already support 98 startups. And for this moment, the new applications for this project did not received, and we are not open for this anymore, but still are working with a portfolio of this project. Also, we have Ukraine Tech Bridge. This is an investment accelerator for the startups who plan to scale for the UK market or who plan to receive investments from UK. This cohort will be opening in spring 2026. So if you're planning to scale for the UK markets, we are very open for it. And we'll be happy to see you in the cohort. And about new one, we are launching it this autumn. It's first 1991 program for UA-based UA founders. Rise in EU, and also will help you to to scale and access new markets with the help of our friendship venture funds, mentors, and global partners. But you should join us because we are not only accelerator, we are more than accelerator. We are investing directly, checks up to 5,000 Ks for one startup. Also, we help you to open your startups for investors, mentors, and other markets. We already helped 270 startups to grow, and we also share with our alumni tech perks, and all our programs are supported by personalized mentorship from our mentorship boards. Also, we are staying in touch beyond the programs with you. You can get the help from our mentorship, from our mentors after the programs, and also support from our fund or our LPs, or any help what you need when you finish the program. So that's all from my side. If you plan to, I don't know, to be part of our alumni and network, here the pre-launch form, which you can to apply. And when we will have some open programs, you just will be notified from our communication team. So many thanks, and hope to see some of you in our portfolio.
Right. Thanks a lot, Oksana, for this presentation. So we already had the privilege to listen to 4 accelerators. So we still have 4 accelerators in front of us. So now I would like to give the floor to Inna, who will present Fit for Start.
Everyone, could you please confirm if you see my screen with
We can see your
presentation?
screen and we can hear you.
Thank you. So today we're going to present Fit for Start. It's a Luxembourg flagship acceleration program. Fit for Start is 10 years already history program. We had 15 editions, and now we have 1 edition per year. And you are lucky, so because the call is open now. And each year we select up to 20 startups in domains ICT, health tech, and space. And what you would have 6 months coaching phase and 2-year program. And of course, the interesting part is 100 up to 150K equity-free funding program. So objectives of it, to attract high potential innovative startups driven by technology and data, to settle sustainably in Luxembourg, support startup in creation of solid business plan and a concrete roadmap, and to be ready for investments. And why is also said here about sustainably in Luxembourg? Because half of the applicants and also selected companies, roughly 50%, are coming from abroad, and half of them are Luxembourg grown startups. So here we would explain you like major milestones. So application, we have call is open in June and deadline till 11th of August. So you have less a little bit than 2 weeks to apply. Also pre-selection announcement, we will do it roughly around 5th of September. Why we are doing it? Because those companies who are pre-selected will be invited for offline in-person pitching in Luxembourg. We have a dedicated event for this, Luxembourg Venture Days, 22nd and 23rd of October. So that is why you need this time, to prepare for travel, and these travel costs are not covered, so you should plan it by yourself. Initially announcement who selected or not, it will be during Luxembourg Venture Days, but final selection still is on January, because sometimes, when you are it's a startup world. So between October and January, when the program is beginning, there are some changes within startups. So some of the startups could not join the program. That is why we go through waiting list, and that is why, final list is we receive in January. And graduation is also amazing, closing phase of the program. It's going to be in June, and again in the event Nexus in Luxembourg. And still we have also continuation, performance-based trenches. It's connected with grants that you are applying, that was mentioned before, that you have probability to get up to 150 equity-free grant. Eligibility requirements. So you should be 5 years old and company at the group level. So for most of the startups, it says nothing. But for example, if you're a spin-off from, 1,000 of company, so you are not considered by law as a startup. And also, how old are you? Team of 2 people. And MVP level or prototype level. Innovation fits within the track. As I mentioned before, we have 3 tracks, space, health, and ICT, and real interest in establishing a presence in Luxembourg. And just to be clear, you should not have, you're allowed not to have legal entity. But you definitely have at least 2 team members who are involved in these startups, and you have MVP. That is why it's also very good for many startups, because sometimes you don't know which jurisdiction is better to set up legally. So still you can apply without legal entity, but you should be very proactive if you want to get this funding. Up to 150. So after you should set up a company. So what you would get, equity-free, one-on-one mentoring and coaching, discounted access to incubators, visibility, connections, workshops, and also if you're selected and you went through the program, you will be part of Fit for Start alumni community. And so how to get this 150K? So you should set up a company, and after you will get 50K. After, if you raise minimum 50K, I don't know, from friends and family, business angels, and spend a minimum 50K, you unlock opportunity to get plus 80K. And after spend 150K, you got last installment of 20K. We have strong innovation ecosystem who also supports our Fit for Start program, and key figures already applications done by more than 3,000 startups, more than 185 startups accelerators through our program, more than 35 different countries went through the program, and more than 12 million grants was distributed. So consider this program, and if you have any questions, we will have the time in the Q&A. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ina, for your presentation, for presenting Fit for Start Luxembourg flagship acceleration program. Now I would like to give the floor to Terminal 4. Tanya,
Yes.
are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Just quickly share. I think Natalie will help me. Okay, here we go.
Perfect. Yes, if you can put it full screen mode. Thank you. So, Tanya, floor is yours.
Amazing. Lovely to be here and see lots of familiar faces, folks from the industry and some startups even from our previous batches. So that's a pleasure, guys. Just quickly about Terminal 4. So we're a global ecosystem, and right now we are focusing completely on the consumer tech startups. So all connected to products there for everybody of us, like so we could use it ourselves. And we have different programs. The one initial that I will probably talk about today is Startup Academy. We're doing it for fifth time together with Meta. We have another one for more mature startups with a Snapchat called Traction Builder. We also have community of founders, experts in a consumer tech domain. We offer mentorship, networking opportunities, and even have our own kind of a hub for meeting those experts, for meeting VCs, investors from across the globe. And sometimes we're doing different events, mostly in Europe and soon UK and US as well. So to join us, like super at a top-notch audience and be invited, just also you could reach me, and you could find my contacts down below in the chat. Maybe if you're somewhere across the Europe, so would love to invite you as well. Sometimes in Ukraine, also doing these private gatherings. There are some numbers about who we are, what we are doing. As I said, we have like lots of startups around the globe applying to our programs. We have more than 200 alumni and our community members, quite different geography. We have investors in our network with whom we're constantly working, and those are usually top VCs investing in the consumer tech across Europe and globally, from like Excel to Speed Invest to some of our CE venture capital funds. And so, yeah, some numbers on funds raised by our startups. But let's go to the maybe program that could be relevant for some of you guys, especially building in the consumer tech. So Startup Academy is a like growth program. You can imagine it like the program that you're joining, and you're kind of a Netflix for B2C startups. So we're doing it, as I mentioned, for quite a long time and constantly upgrading the program. But basically, it's like 3 months accelerator when you have access to experts in the domain, when you have different friendly deals from best martech solutions, payment solutions, and like traffic sources in the world, so you could connect and like easily grow with them. And among our experts, the guys who built great stuff at like companies like Meta, Tinder, Bolt, Spotify, Grammarly, and many others. And we love our startups raise the next round and really like level up their business. So that's why we're constantly connecting them with the investors during the program, after the program, and yeah, probably, hopefully the whole life after, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's a couple of numbers about Startup Academy, about our alumni's fundraising, growing, and just about the timeline, because it's not the really perfect timeline to apply to this program, because we just finished our application process and right now we're on the last stage of selection. But we're in the startup world, so we would love to see fast and furious founders who would love to maybe jump in this last car of the train. And so I will just ask maybe to quickly go to the last slide. So if you you could submit your application for the next batch and be on the whitelist, or you could just text me in LinkedIn, say, Tanya, hi, we're building something great. Here's my pitch deck, and we will see what we can do. Maybe we could invite you to some of those interview with the startups that we are right now conducting. So would love to stay in touch. Anyway, again, my contacts in the chat box. And yeah, if you have any questions, we'll have Q&A, and lovely to hear from you. Thanks.
Right, thanks a lot for this engaging presentation, Tanya. Thank you so much. So dear participant, if you have questions, please write them in the chat. And now I would like to give the floor to EIT Digital. Elisabetta, I see you are with us. If you could please share your screen.
Yeah, thank you. I'll also share in the chat my contact and the website, so it's there. Okay. You should now be able to see.
Perfect. We can see your screen. So please go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Elisabetta from EIT Digital, and the program that I'm presenting is a little bit different from a few of the ones that we've heard before, since it is an entrepreneurial education and pre-incubation program for deep tech researchers who are working on deep tech solutions within universities or research organizations in the EU or Horizon Europe associated countries. So it is a program that has the format that you see on screen, so an online component of 6 to 8 weeks, plus a 3-day bootcamp at the end. The bootcamp is being run in different cities: Milan, Lisbon, Berlin, and Brussels, because there are 4 different thematic tracks, which I will go through in the next slide. But the aim of Spin Rise is really to give researchers tools and knowledge to start exploring pathways for commercialization, whether it's IP valorization through licensing or industry partnerships, or also venture creation. So taking the first steps to understanding what it takes to build a viable business model, funding strategy, etc. So as I was saying, there are 4 industry thematic tracks in Spin Rise, which are delivered in partnership with the organizations that you see on screen. So the program on digital and circular innovation and manufacturing is run by Bocconi for Innovation, which is the entrepreneurial hub of Bocconi University in Milan. Then we have the program on health tech and well-being, run by a consortium of 3 organizations, including the Instituto Pedro Nunes in Portugal. Evolve Dual Tech is run by Verhart, which actually I saw before is also delivering the Cassini program. We are really happy to collaborate with them on the program on dual use technology. And then the Cybersecurity Launchpad, which is run by SIB, which is an organization based in Berlin. So we opened applications for the programs for this year in July, and we will close applications on the 15th of September. We review applications on a rolling basis, and we notify every applicant within 2 to 3 weeks from submission. We also have different start dates for each of the programs that I showed. So I encourage you, if you're interested, to go on the website and look at the pages for each of the 4 programs, because it has all the details about the start dates and the dates for the bootcamp, etc. And also at the end of the program, we release to participants an EIT labeled certificate, and the EIT label is a quality seal for entrepreneurial education programs. So who's this program for? As I was saying, it's designed for deep tech researchers who are affiliated with a university or research organization in the EU or Horizon Europe associated country. It is particularly suited to early career researchers, but we welcome applications from researchers at any career stage. And we don't require individuals to apply as a team, but you can also do that. And we offer fully funded participation for selected researchers. So there is an application form on the website to be filled out, indicating your project potential, motivation, and commitment to join the program. And we assess applications based on those criteria. So yeah, I didn't want to be too long. I'm happy to answer any questions. And as was said before, this could be something that's interesting for you, but also for organizations that you know or researchers that you know. So I'm happy for you to share the information far and wide as well. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Elisabetta. Thanks a lot for your presentation. So now I would like, we are moving on, and I would like to give the floor to Charles for EO incubators. Charles, are you with us? So we can
I am.
We can see your screen. Yes.
Okay, good. Here we go. Okay, thanks very much. So
sorry, we cannot see your presentation.
You cannot see the presentation.
No, we can see the teams.
You can see the teams. Very strange. Hold on, let me try again.
No problems.
Okay. How about now? Still no. Can you see it now? No.
We still can see your Teams.
And still.
Now we can see your presentation. Now we can
There
see
we
your
go.
presentation.
Okay, good.
Can you please put it on the full slide mode?
It was on the full slide mode.
It's okay. You can present like this.
Yeah, we'll just do this. I apologize. I'm actually working
No
off
problems.
of my laptop. I just arrived in Kiev, and I'm heading to Krividi tomorrow. So if I'm a little disorganized, it's because I'm a little disorganized. So first of all, thanks for inviting us. I suppose it's good to be the last presenter. Let me tell you a little bit about AO and kind of what we do. So we've been around for 5 years. We are focused on just Ukraine. We are a global type of incubator. So the program that we have is the sort of program you would see in the United States and in Europe. But again, our focus is just on Ukrainian startups. We are focused on everything from early stage, even pre-MVP stage type startups, up through just before Series A. We've had all types of businesses in our incubator across all industries. There are certain industries we perhaps don't touch, like gambling, but other than that, we are agnostic on who it is we work with. The program is a 4-month program. Our next cycle begins at the end of September. So please, if you're interested, send your applications in. Actually, send them directly to me. I've included my personal email address no later than September 19th. So let me tell you a little bit more about us. We are, again, a global program. We have mentors from around the world. We have 60 to 70 mentors at any given point that work with the teams. All the mentors are available to all the teams, although we do assign 2 mentors to each of the individual teams. So if you join us, you will have specifically 2 mentors that will work with you, but you'll have access to the full network of mentors that we have that are part of the AO program. We also have investors from around the world. Not a surprise, they tend to track who our mentors are. Many of them happen to also be investors. And so the key point here is, although we are focused on Ukraine, and again, we are only working with Ukrainian startups, we're able to sort of bring and bridge a global network into the startups that we work with. Let me talk a little bit about some of our graduates. We have lots of graduates. I've only focused on a few of them. So in Ukraine, we've pretty much won kind of every award that you possibly can win as far as startups go. We used to encourage our startups to go to IT Arena. It's the big competition in Lviv. We did this prior to the war. The last competition, 5 of the 10 winners came from AO, and we were 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. We also have won competitions outside of Ukraine. Web Summit, we were a top 4 finalist. In Dubai, we were, one of our startups was the winner of a $100,000 grant from among literally 450,000 participants. More recently, during the war, if you take a look at the top 100 rising stars list for Ukraine, over 10% of the graduates are AO graduates. So we continue to operate. I'm sometimes here in person. When I'm not here in person, we also have remote presentations, again, where our mentors are involved, as well as others who are part of our network. Adam, which is one of our graduates, placed 3rd place in the World Cup finals in San Francisco. VArt, again, another one of our graduates, they are a Web3 startup, won the hottest Web3 startup award for in the Europas competition. And most recently, one of our graduates, Mosquito, graduated from Techstars in San Diego. And as I'm sure many of you know, Techstars is a very strong incubation system, and the Mosquito folks were the first Ukrainian team to come into the San Diego program. It worked out quite well for them. Let me talk a little bit about 2 numbers that we are particularly focused on. Like any startup, we are focused on bottom line results. And so we've been around for 5 years. The total implied valuation based upon third-party equity investments is over $140 million. This is actually a conservative number. We're doing it based upon historical investments, not based upon current value. If we did it based upon current value, the number would be something closer to $170 million. And again, during a 5-year period, particularly given that we're focused on earlier stage businesses, this is quite a significant result. It's reflected in the IRR that we calculated for AO. So as some of you know, an IRR is a rate of return that venture capital funds rely upon. We calculated the IRR for our graduates, again, using this very conservative numbers, not including grant results. And we have a 43% IRR. To put that in perspective, if you look at Silicon Valley venture capital funds, 25% is considered to be a very good result. 35% is extraordinary. And because our graduates really are exceptional, we've been able to achieve this higher IRR, again, based upon the results, the investments, not including grants, just simply the equity investments that our graduates have received. More recently, we have teamed up with a group called Pravo Ventures. I encourage you to look at them if you've not yet done so. Pravo is an online funding program in the United States that is a platform to raise capital for Ukrainian startups. They've just launched in the last few weeks. Mosquito, one of our graduates, is the first company on the platform. Proman, who did not come out of AO, but the Chief Business Development Officer, is an AO graduate, is the second company on the platform. And the point here is simply that Pravo is looking for kind of high quality companies to make more liquid and bring in foreign capital, and they've looked to AO graduates as the source for this. Finally, we have set up a venture capital fund. We are in the process of putting the final touches together. We expect to have this in place by September or October. We've cleared all of the due diligence for 34 million euro. And so we're prepared to do our first close in September or October. We're going to be looking at companies that are not limited to those that are in AO, but you can imagine because of how comfortable we are with AO graduates, they will certainly be a focus of this fund as well. So this is the website for us. I encourage you to take a look, and there is my direct email address. As I mentioned, we're looking for our next round of startups at the end of September. Please get me your applications before then. And if there are any questions or anything I can do to support what you're doing, please let me know. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting Ukraine, and thank you for being now in Ukraine. So please stay safe. Now we will take only 1 or 2 minutes. I will give the floor to my colleague Mathilde, who will present you where you can find additional opportunities. Mathilde?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Elena. So I'm Mathilde, and before moving to Q&A, I just would like to quickly present you a tool that we've built with the Seeds of Bravery project. You'll find the link in the chat. So you just heard amazing pitches from 8 acceleration programs. But if you would like to discover more accelerators, incubators, and much more organizations that could support your startup across Europe, I invite you to check our tool. So this is how it looks like. It's a comprehensive mapping of 16 countries in Europe, featuring a database of over 1,900 stakeholders who are part of the innovation ecosystem, and those who can support you with innovation and with your startup. So as you can see, you have different filters, meaning that each organization is classified by the country where it's located, by the category it is. So we have accelerators, incubators, but you will also find angel groups, you'll find innovation agencies, research organizations, and so on. And each of them is also classified by the type of support that they can give your startup. So whether they can directly fund you or help you finding the good financing, for example, if they can help you with internationalization, if they can help you with building on new skills, hiring new people, and so on. So I'll just quickly show you an example on how this works. So let me take Luxembourg since it's where I'm based. And then if I choose here accelerators and incubators, since it's our topic today, you will find additional accelerators and incubators in Luxembourg, and as well the Fit for Start program, which was just presented. Then another example, for example, in France, and let's imagine you're looking for angel groups. Here on the right, you'll find over 20 angel groups based in France, and for each of them, you have the link to the website and a small description. And last thing I want to show you is here, this page, Women Support. So for all women-led startups that we have here, please check this page because it features over 100 organizations across Europe that can support women-led business. So I will just stop here because I really want us to have time for the Q&A, but the link is in the chat and don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mathilde, for this amazing job you did by putting together this mapping. So dear participants, so now let's take 5 minutes for live Q&A. Before this live Q&A, I would like just to remind you that this workshop is recorded, so please take it into account when asking your questions. So please raise your virtual hands here in Teams if you would like to ask the question, and please say to which accelerator or to which speaker this question is addressed to. So please, dear participants, raise your hand. In Teams, I just will take a few questions from the chat. I saw there was a question regarding follow-up email and the presentation. So I would like to tell you, dear participants, that we will send a follow-up email to all those who registered to this workshop and who tick the box that they allow us to process their personal data. So for those who agreed to be contacted, we will send a follow-up email with the presentation, which were shared by our dear speakers. So there is a question from Mathilde. Please go ahead.
Yes, just wanted to maybe check one question in the chat. Someone was asking if the acceleration program takes percentage of future investments. Maybe, Ina, if you want to add on that for the Fit to Start acceleration we have here in Luxembourg.
Yeah, so as I said, Fit for Start is a national acceleration program. So and it's funded by government, and government took strategical decision to give as a grant, and so like we are not taking your equity while giving you up to 150K of euro, and also for the future, also not taking anything in equity. But there are other types of accelerators that have different rules. So I encourage all other participants to share how they behave. Just do you give grants, and after in the future, what one of our participants ask during fundraising. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ina. So dear participants, last call. If you have a question to our speaker, please raise your virtual hand, or if you have some technical issue with Teams, so you can also ask your question loud here. Let me just check the chat if there were some additional questions in the chat. Okay, so I take this opportunity to say big thank you to all of our tremendous 8 speakers, 8 accelerators. So thank you so much for being with us today. Now let me share my screen. So thank you so much. I hope you can see my screen now. So just let us wrap up this session. So we would like to remind that this session was organized as part of CITSO Bravery European project supported by European Innovation Council. And here on the screen, you can see our communication channels. So please subscribe, follow us on CITSO Bravery communication channels. As I mentioned, we will send a follow-up email to all those who agreed to be contacted, who agreed to use their personal data. So we will send a follow-up email with all the presentation. And on this, we would like to say once again, thank you so much for being with us. Take care and goodbye.
Thanks very much.
Bye, thank you.